Well, at 3:30 this morning, Council received reports that 5 properties in the Hamilton area were demolished. Now, it appears that this has happened illegally. It certainly appears that there is no approval. We are investigating the matter fully, and if it's found that an illegal act has occurred, we're going to throw the book at these people. Well, look, I'm not going to speculate on who's done it, who's ordered it. It remains to be seen yet whether an illegal act has occurred, but if it's found there is no approval, if it's found an illegal act has occurred, we're going to throw the book at these people. The full resources of council will be put to this particular incident. It appears that an illegal act has occurred. People knocking down properties at 3:30 in the morning, the early hours of the morning, certainly gives the impression that something is not right. If somebody has illegally knocked these buildings down in a demolition control precinct, we're going to throw the book at them. Every resource of council will be brought to bear. Now, something like this happened recently in the inner northern suburbs of Brisbane. In the last few weeks, we've had a court ruling where the company received a $30,000 fine, the individual concerned received a $10,000 fine, and they were also ordered to reinstate. That's the sort of action that council has taken. That's the sort of action council will take in this case if someone's done something that's illegal. Well, they're in a demolition control precinct, and unless people have been through quite a significant and extended process, they wouldn't normally be allowed to be demolished, and that's why we need to make sure that we ascertain all the facts. But it appears at the moment, on the facts that I have, that this has been an illegal demolition. If that's proven to be the case, we'll throw the book at these people. Well, perhaps the message hasn't gone out yet about the recent court case where council did have a very significant ruling, $10,000 fine against the individual, $30,000 fine against the company, and an order from the judge to reinstate the property. Now, maybe that message hasn't gone out, but I'm saying to people today, I'm not going to cop, the council are not going to cop people breaking the law, the planning law of this city. People care passionately about the heritage of Brisbane, and we will make sure that we enforce the law. And if there's a recommendation from council officers that the law needs to be tightened, the penalties enhanced, I'll certainly be talking to the other councils and indeed the state government to get the law strengthened. Under the Integrated Planning Act and the planning law of the City of Brisbane, the City Plan, people cannot go and demolish buildings that are pre-1946 in a demolition control precinct. This certainly is a demolition control precinct, and on a going-in position, it appears that this has not been done according to the law. Well, council has progressively over the past 15 years strengthened our heritage and character protection provisions, and indeed we have been talking in recent times about further strengthening in relation to individual buildings. But when you have more than three or more buildings in a row that are pre-46 in a demolition control precinct, it's just not on that people knock them down. Well, I've been saying at every opportunity that we will enforce the law and we will prosecute these cases to the fullest extent possible under the law with the full resources of council. Now, this recent court case is only about a week and a half old. Maybe the message hasn't got out, but I say to people in the development industry and property owners, if you go ahead and undertake illegal acts under the City Plan of Brisbane, myself and the 26 Council of Brisbane City Council will ensure that you are prosecuted to the fullest extent possible under the law. Look, I think we need to find out what the facts are of the matter first before I make comment on what's happened. We need to be sure of all the facts, but I've said already that it appears that an illegal act has occurred, and if it has been the case that these properties have been knocked down without proper approval, which would in normal circumstances have been highly unlikely anyway, then these people will be prosecuted. In the case of the recent prosecution, it was clear that there was a lack of respect for the law, and those individuals will be paying the penalty. Well, I really say to people that right across Brisbane, the community has made a decision that we want to protect particularly the tin and timber, the pre-46 dwellings, and I'm determined, along with the other councillors, to do just that. We will protect the heritage of Brisbane. Well, it's really about whether, in this case, that people have done the wrong thing. But at the moment, we have a ruling, a very recent ruling from a judge, which was a very tough ruling. The individuals concerned, the company concerned, will be paying the price for illegally undertaking demolition work, and I think that should serve as a deterrent in the future for people. If this case has been an illegal act, if that's found to be the case, then they too will pay the price.